were talking about that earlier on. I think that is falling apart. I think that had it happened and had we moved forward and done it, it would have done $1 billion in revenue.
Who would have won?
And that I don't know. I mean, if I knew the answer to that, I'd be Vince McMahon. But who wins and who loses, I don't determine. They do. But I tell you this, it would have been huge. It would have been the biggest fight in the history of the world, and no fight would have. You'd have had to have Trump versus Putin to beat that record. Listen, a lot of guys say, I want to, throw me in the octagon, and then when it comes down to actually doing it, very few people in the world will actually do it.
I'd really like to hear from Izzy, because I have no clue as to what I was looking at. I mean, they definitely prepared for the guy. And again, he didn't do anything different. He didn't shoot for a takedown. He just did exactly what he's been doing. I mean, this is insane. That's the easiest fight this guy's had in the last 10 fights.
It's nuts, man.
It's nuts.
Not a scratch.
Not a scratch. I mean, the guy's off his rocker. I don't even know if he's off his rocker. I actually agree with the majority. Yeah. He's funny. That press conference
he's quick-witted.
Was priceless. But even he's saying that. I didn't think it would be that easy. I think he's an honest dude, man. I think guys like that, they're a little wacky, but I can tell you, I knew guys like that my whole life. Loyal. I bet you that's a loyal motherfucker, this guy. And if he's your friend, he's your friend. And he just shoots from the hip. Sometimes it's a little wacky. It's not what we expect, but it is what he's feeling. And I'd always rather have those guys where you know exactly what they're feeling, because they tell you. You know what I mean? There's no sugarcoating anything, or whatever. It's almost refreshing sometimes. But I think the UFC has a little bit of a problem.
Is there any part of you that regrets saying no to September 9th?
Not at all.
Why not?
Not one single one.
I mean, you say you would have beaten him in the first round, right? So when you're watching that, I'm assuming there's a part of you that was saying, like, I would have beaten this guy, right?
Yes. The best Dricus would beat him.
Yeah.
The Dricus that showed up. The Dricus that fights when he's fit and healthy, 100%. I only started kicking 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
So, being a kicker myself against a guy that kicks a lot, with an injured foot, not being able to kick, not even being able to wrestle properly because of the foot. So that version of me, that's why we said no, because I knew I was going to be below 60% going into that fight. And going into a fight like that, when you've prepared, when it happens in the middle of camp, that's one thing. But starting your camp that way, that's foolishness.
The much-awaited rematch between Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko goes down this Saturday as the fight is set for the main event at Noche UFC. While in the co-main event, Kevin Holland makes a quick return to face Jack Della Maddalena, and you can watch the entire Noche UFC event live and free on ESPN+. So do not wait. Click the link in the description and sign up for ESPN+ today.
Yes, my opponent not fighting. I don't know who will be next, but I'm waiting, training, always in shape. And I see you soon.
You know, she's a true professional. She knows she's like the Ronda Rousey, you know, of commentating. She knows she's first. She knows she's carrying the banner for women to break into this role. And she's doing everything she can to make sure that, you know, she always is the best that she can possibly be.
Would you say she's like one of the future stables of a UFC pay-per-view commentary team?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. She's a absolute pro and a beast. John Jones, who's in the UFC still, has never been beat.
I know.
This guy has beat everybody. And when you talk about real fighting, you know, when you talk about who the baddest man is on the planet is, when you talk about that, the real definition of what that means, you throw two guys in a room and who comes out?
Yeah.
Okay? That's the baddest man on the planet. And it is hard to not say that John Jones is that guy right now.
I tell you who I would take. I would take Tyson before he went into prison. Mike Tyson. I thought for those
100%, but
for those 3
Tyson
years.
doesn't know the ground game. Tyson can't grapple. Tyson's hanging over here. His quote is on the wall over here. Nobody loves Mike Tyson more than I do, believe me. But when you talk about putting two guys in a room, who comes out? John Jones has the tools to beat everybody.
Curtis. Are you around on Wednesday? You want him in the cage, Khamzat? What?
Be nice. No. If you sparred him, no, he gets a little bit. He gets a little bit. A little bit, yeah. Be nice. Gummers up. Understand? You're better than everybody. So just don't hurt people.
We were talking about that earlier on. I think that is falling apart.
How's that feel? Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.